Hey guys, I am back with another video. Woo! Yeah, so as you can tell by the title, this makeup routine is my summer 2017 go-to look routine. Some of that is the look that I have been rocking all summer, basically, when I don't have time to do the most to my face, or you know, put on eyeshadow, put a whole bunch on, or do extra-ish to my face, you know, lipstick, all that stuff. But yeah, so this is an extended video, however it is like shorter for me as far as makeup routine wise. And I also threw in like how I prep and prime my face, so maybe some of those tools that I use, you guys can use them too if you aren't already, or you haven't heard of them or haven't tried them. You get my point of view, my side from it, and yeah, maybe you can learn something from that. So I'm not gonna do all that extra-ish in this intro because I talk enough throughout the video. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the video. Back again. So first things first, before I get started with this tutorial, is put my hair back, because I think it's so frustrating to watch people do their makeup with their hair literally all in their face, because I'm like, you know, makeup's about to be like going everywhere and it's gonna get all in your hair. So first things first for me, I'm not saying that everybody gotta do it. If you got long hair in, pull it back. So that's what I'm gonna do. First things first for me in this tutorial, pulling this hair back. I know I look crazy, but who cares? So next thing, first thing I like to do before I start my face is put on some Vaseline. Very dry. So this summer, the first thing I've been doing before I start getting all into my face is I will take this Mario Badescu spray right here. Shout out to my big Jackie for putting me onto this, because I never tried it before and now I'm freaking in love with it. I'm using up this bottle quite a bit this summer. So first things I do is spray my face. You know, bring a little hydration to it because my skin is dry. I don't know if you have more of the oily type of skin, I don't know if that would be much help to you, but I am showing you guys what helps me more to keep my skin more hydrated. And I feel like since I've moved, my skin has been going through something very crazy, because I don't know if you can see this right here, but yeah, my chin's been breaking out like crazy. My skin feels drier than normal and I don't really like that. I have certain areas that get pretty oily, which is usually doesn't get oily, but my smile lines, it cracks right here like so much lately. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I feel like my face hasn't gotten any fatter since, like, I don't know, since I've been wearing makeup, but something's going on, because I used to not have smile lines and now I do. So I don't really know where that's coming from, but you know, I have tips and tricks to keep it a little invisible longer before it starts cracking, if that makes sense. The next thing I do is I take this Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. This is my go-to, baby. I love this stuff. You really don't need that much. I haven't got to the bottom, thank God, yet. But I just take a little bit, my finger, dab it on my face. I already did my brows off camera. My brows just take very long to do, so that's why I do them off camera. And I have this thing, I know that brows are not supposed to be twins. However, we say they're supposed to be sisters. But I cannot stand, and it happens to me a lot, and I always catch it because I make sure I check every time. I have this issue with one brow will be higher than the other, and now, like when I see other people who do their brows, I always pay attention to that little bitty fact of if one brow is higher than the other, because I can't stand when that happens. It just looks so weird. It's like you like stuck. Like, I can't do it in my face, but you know what I mean. Like this brow will be higher and it'll be like this. I can't stand that. This Julep Boost Your Radiance Seed Facial Oil. Now I got this back in, I want to say towards the end of June. I got it from Influencer. They did send it to me, so this was sent to me for free for complimentary purposes. I really like it. I don't put it like all over my face. I usually just keep it on my cheeks area. So yep, I really like it. Adds a nice little hydration glow to my skin. I don't use a lot of it, but I have been using it since I got it. Shout out to Influence, they presented me that. And then I'll just dab a little in. So you don't rub it in, you just pat it in, push it into your skin so it can absorb into your skin. And that's what I do. Just push it in. Right then and there. On to my primer. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I know that this primer isn't exactly a hydrating primer, and Smashbox does have a hydrating primer that I have tried multiple times and I really do love it. But I actually really like this one. It doesn't add any hydration to my skin, however it doesn't dry my skin out, and I just like how it makes my makeup look. So I do use this, and I don't usually put it on my finger or anything. I just spread it across my face like this. So this little cute mirror has Just Slay on it. It is from Impression Vanity. I don't know if you guys can see my vanity behind me. But yeah, when I ordered that, this came with it. And I just love this little compact mirror. It's so cute. So then after that, I just rub it in my face. Like so. First, so I did tell you guys that these dark spots have been on my face for a while now, and I'm not very excited or proud of them because my face doesn't usually break out, so I'm not sure what's going on with this, but yeah, that's how that goes. So to cover those up so they're not visible at all, I've been using the LA Girl Pro color corrector, and it's in the shade Orange. So a little bit on those spots. Put some in the corner. I don't use a sponge usually, just because I only used a little bit, so I just usually just push it in with my finger. Like so. Now I look like an orange monster. We're gonna jump on into that foundation. Guys, I love this foundation. I don't think there will ever be another foundation that will take its place. This foundation is bomb and amazing to me, and I love how it makes my skin look. The coverage is amazing. The finish is amazing. It just makes you look so flawless and smooth, and you guys should already know what it is. It is the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. I know it looks like it's been through it because it has. And I used the shade Macao. I think I'm pronouncing that right now. I don't know if I am or am not, but if I'm not, let me know because I want to say it correctly. But this is the foundation that I will be using. Before I jump into foundation, let me show you guys the tip that I've been using for making sure that my face, my smile lines do not appear as much. So I know this looks all beat up and messed up. That's because it is like it's getting to its last leg. But I'm going to use all the powder in here because there's still more. Like, you see those corners? Yeah, still more, so I'm going to use it. So what I do is I take the pad that's in there because I only use it in this one area of my face. So where I get the smile lines, I just pat the powder in on both sides. I take the Sacha Buttercup powder. When applying my powders, I do like to use a sponge or anything that's not moist. I don't really like how powder applies when it's moist, when the applicator is moist. So I am going to use this Real Technique sponge, and it is not wet with water. So I just pat it into my smile lines. And really that's it, you guys. Like, I know I look crazy right now, but yeah, so I do those two techniques, and that usually helps with the smile lines not showing up so quickly. So now I'm going to move on to foundation. I'm going to take my new Found Love sponge. This is the Real Techniques body sponge, so that's why it is bigger. Ooh, before this makeup spills, it's bigger than the other one. You guys see that? So yeah, so I'm going to take that on the back of the sponge like so, and just pat it all in on my face and then blend it out. Alright, now that that is all blended, so specifically more so what I like to take on my eyes is the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and this is in the shade NC45. So I usually just take a little bit of it and put it on my eyelids. And this is how I prep and prime my lid. And now I do go back into this MAC Studio Fix powder, and this is in the shade, it is in the shade Concealer Does Not Crease. So for concealer, this is one of my faves as well, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Caramel, and this has been a go-to this summer for me. I just really like how it makes my under eyes look. Which I am getting pretty low in it because I've been using it all summer. But it's like the perfect shade. So this shade and the Amande shade are my two faves. This one is my favorite for any type of highlighting that I'm trying to do. The coverage is amazing, and it also, it's just like very soothing, like to your skin. Like it's not drying at all. Now that my face is nice and highlighted, I'm going to go into my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. You guys know this is my jam. Like a little easier to contour my nose, and then I also pile some on top of that smile line area. And then a little bit on my forehead as well. I like radiant forehead, so I don't put too much on my forehead. And then I also will dab a little bit onto my eyelids just to make sure that they're still not creasing. That's pretty much that as far as the Sacha Buttercup powder goes. And then afterwards I just blend it on out with this Real Techniques powder brush. Afterwards, to contour, I am going to use this staple that I've been using forever. This is the CoverGirl Queen. This is the Ebony Bronzer. I can only find it in Kroger. I don't know if you guys can find it anywhere else, but that's where I buy mine from. So, now this is the specific brush that I've been using like all summer. It is from a Sephora collection, but I just like the shape and size of the brush, and it gets the contour area very well. So I just usually just go from the side view like this, get some powder on there, lightly back and forth till I get that contour that I like, and then I also bring it up to the sides of my forehead like so. Whatever's left over. Then I also go into my MAC Film Noir blush. It is a deep plum looking blush, and I only take a little bit of it because if you guys don't know, MAC's blushes are very pigmented, so you don't have to use a whole lot of it. And I usually just keep that back towards the back near my ear type of contour. I'll take that same sponge and the Sacha Buttercup's back powder, and I just take it from the back of the contour and down to clean up that contour a bit, like that. And you don't want your contour just sitting on your face, so you want to make sure that it blends in nice with everything else. So once I get finished with all those powders, I'll take my powder brush and I just go over everything to make sure that everything is nice and blended together, so there's no separation between the two. So you don't want to see separation between your highlight and your contour. You still want there to be that little depth that you can tell a little bit, but you don't want it to just be like contour, highlight, contour, blush, highlight, powder. You want it to be nice and blended. So see, now everything is nice and blended. However, you can still tell that slight contour that I have going on here. So now for blush, the staple that's been going on in my life is this red Vino Milani blush. So to apply this blush, I use my BH Cosmetics Fiber Duo brush. So I just tap in there just a little bit because this blush is very pigmented. You don't need a whole lot of it. And I just dust it lightly onto my face so we can add a little bit more rose to these cheeks. Always and forever going to be obsessed with these highlighters. These are the Illuminati. That's because that's the name of this shade. These are Artist Couture highlighters. So the two that I go between a lot are the Illuminati and the Conceited shade. Conceited has to be my most fave, but then I also like the gold reflects in the Illuminati. So I just kind of use them both. I flip-flop between them both. CoverGirl bronzer, like I was saying. So I use this big blending brush. It came from the Rose Gold collection from BH Cosmetics. This is a wonderful blending brush for it to be so cheap. I don't know if you guys know how cheap BH Cosmetics brushes are, but they are really cheap and these brushes are freaking amazing. So I just take a little bit on the blending brush and I just basically put it in my crease area. Like so. It just adds a little more definition to your eyes versus your eyes just being very plain. And don't get me wrong, plain is amazing, but this just adds a little more oomph to your face. Alright guys, so now next thing I'm going to do is put on my highlight. So the first one that popped up in my hand, I'm not joking, it popped up in my hand. It is Conceited, so I'm very excited because I look. Here we go. So to use this highlighter, I do like to use the Morphe M501 brush. Looks like this. Super big and nice to move along your face when applying highlight. So here we go. Yes. Yes, highlight. Yes. Ooh, bitch. Y'all make a request and say that they name it that. So yeah, with my highlight, once I get finished with it on my cheeks, I do like to apply it like almost everywhere else. It's summertime, you want to be glowing, so yeah. And these tips and tricks that I use don't only have to be used for the summertime, you guys. So if you want to use them when it's fall, winter, hell, spring, do it. You don't only have to do it for the summertime, but it just helps me more with it being summer. So that's what I've been doing, you know. First thing I use is the NYX Weight Matte Lip Liner, and I do use the shade Copenhagen. This has been a shade that I've been using for a while. I really like these lip liners more specifically. They're amazing. So I usually put on a lip liner and then I will throw on any gloss. More specifically, I usually use the Milani Bare Secret gloss. So I really do like this one. But it is getting kind of low. And I realized that on Saturday when I went out, but it will blend away just a little bit. Don't forget about this. So yeah, this is a gloss that I use. So then to finish up my face, I go into my MAC Fix Plus spray. Now just spray that all over. Oh, okay. So guys, this basically completes my summer routine makeup look. This is what I've been rocking most of the summer when I don't have the time to go all extreme with my face or either my eyes. This is usually what I do, and I rock with it and go with it. And yeah, I really love this look. It's like one of my most comfortable looks, so I really do enjoy rocking this look because I just feel like, okay, even though there's not much going on, there's enough going on that it's like, okay, I can still feel myself a little bit. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this whole makeup tutorial and you learned a few things, a few tips and tricks tricks that might help you because they help me. And maybe you found some new products that you might enjoy using. I know these products are not as new, but hey, they still work, and some people haven't saw them before or tried them before, and you might use them differently, and now you know a different way to use them from watching this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I love you guys so much, and thanks for tuning in, and more videos are soon to come. Just let me know what you guys want to see, and yeah, I'll make sure I put those up for you and get them up for you real quick. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.